Hope everyone had a good Halloween. I had an okay Halloween. It was all right. I just hung out, got home from work, and really just went to bed. So yeah, nothing crazy there as far as Halloween goes for me, but hope all of you had a good Halloween. So if you can see by the thumbnail today, everybody, we are going to be talking about movies coming out in November. And I feel like I say this all the time that I'm like, there's always, you know, this month there's so many great movies coming out, but like November is stacked as well. December I'm kind of like iffy on, but November for sure. So let me get a list going real quick of all the movies coming out in November. And of course there's like the given ones, and we'll get to those, like Wicked and stuff like that. But let's see. Okay, here we go. Okay. Where are we? Okay, come on. I'm telling you, there's a lot. Okay, so Begonia just came out. All right, so the first movie really that's going to come out, the first big movie that's coming out in November is Predator Badlands. And I just did a short recently about Predator Badlands, talking about how, like, the big talking point is that it's PG-13, which is going to throw a lot of people off, myself included. But, like, that's not a bad thing. Predator being PG-13 isn't a bad thing. My whole argument on it is that it's going to be on an alien planet. He's gonna be chopping up different type of aliens with green blood, different colored blood. So it's not gonna be like a full on as brutal as the other ones, and that's okay because it doesn't have to be. That's how I look at it. Another thing that someone pointed out to me is that Alien versus Predator, the first one, was PG-13, and I thought that was plenty, gory as it is, and it was just two aliens going at it. Yes, there were humans, and they just kind of dialed back at that kind of gore. But if this one's not going to have any humans in it, it's going to be mostly androids and aliens, they can get away with PG-13. So I don't think it's going to be a big deal. Another thing I was reading is that this is more focused on not necessarily the brutality of Predator, but more so like it's going to be an adventure. It's going to be an adventure movie. It's going to be a fun adventure movie, which hasn't really been done before. So I thought that was pretty cool. And something different for the franchise, not just, I mean, if it's going to lean super hard into the story of Predator for the first time, I don't see why that's a bad thing. I might as well check it out. So I'm really hyped to see that. I'm gonna go see that next week. Hello from Palestine. Very cool. Hope you're doing okay over there. But thank you for tuning in. Let's see, what else about Predator Badlands? There are the first reactions. Predator. Those dropped. I didn't do a video on them just because I feel the need to, but let's see. Okay, so let's talk Predator Badlands. So here are, it's kind of split down the middle as far as the reactions go for Predator so far. A lot of people are saying it's a cosmic buddy road movie and it's all killer, no filler. So the action seems to be there, which is great. Dan Trachtenberg smartly maneuvers the franchise to a grander scale than just another survival horror. Like I talked about before, very cool. It was a lot of fun. Not what you might expect from a Predator movie, but a very capable entry into the sci-fi, franchise. Pretty cool. I wanted to see some of the bad ones, but I don't see any bad ones here. It just seems like it's going to be a new take and kind of what people aren't expecting from the Predator franchise. So I think it'll be cool. Could it be bad? Yes, but come on, it's the same director as Prey and Killer of Killers. It's going to be good. Yes, we are talking to movies. We are talking movies all day on this channel. That's what the channel is about. It's about movies. So right now, like the whole point of this stream was obviously really whatever, but I wanted this to be more so a what's coming out in November. Big movies are coming out. October was kind of so-so, but November is kind of across the board. Oh, thank you for the sub. Appreciate that. And once again, thank you for tuning in. What are you most excited to see, Amelia, on like in theaters in November? What do you like? What do you think is gonna be the best? Anything like that? Yeah, I saw Black Phone 2. I thought that was a good one as well. I wasn't a fan of the first one. I enjoyed the second one really well. There was a point after seeing it where I kind of really thought about it. I talked to my friend that I went to go see it with, and he pointed something out that I was just like, that kind of brought it down just a little bit for me. But overall, I really enjoyed it. I would recommend other people to see it. I thought it was pretty good, very creepy, and I liked the dream sequences. I thought those were really cool. So yeah, Predator Badlands, and then there's that Sydney Sweeney movie called Christie. It's about Christy Martin, who's a famous boxer in the 90s. I haven't seen the trailer for it, but it comes out soon. So if you're into sports, movies, or Sydney Sweeney, that's coming out as well. Oh, Playdate looks amazing. I saw the trailer for that, and I'm not really one for Amazon like straight to movies, but like that one looks good. And I like how Alan Richardson's in it and he looks like he's going back to like the comedic roles. I love him in Reacher and I'll always love him in Reacher, but I miss him playing how he was in like Blue Mountain State and just super goofy and stuff. That's what it looks like we're getting. So I'm really hyped for Playdate. I'm glad someone else has mentioned Playdate. That's cool. Um, Two Girls, One Cup, two. I'm ready for three. Just kidding. So, King of Queens, I'm not a big fan of sitcoms. Well, as of recently, like I just kind of grew out of them. I don't think they're that funny anymore. But there was a point where I was watching King of Queens all the time. Like that was definitely my go-to for a sitcom. I loved it. I loved what they were doing. So, all that stuff. Oh, Lawrence, thank you. Appreciate that. Let's see. So yeah, Playdate. Everybody Playdate on Amazon Prime or Prime Video, whatever the hell it's called. Looks awesome. Me, I am 34, actually. Actually 34. So, Peacemaker, love it. I go on this channel all the time talking about how I love the first season of Peacemaker. I think it's the best thing James Gunn has ever done. That's just my opinion. Season two, now that the dust is settled and the hype is kind of, you know, settled down, I'm less on it. I still think it's great. I really loved it. But I love Peacemaker. Peacemaker was my favorite thing that he's ever done. Love the first season. I think the first season and the second season together make a really good story. Now, where it's going to go from here, and that finale of season two, I think a lot of people are talking about that. Um, yeah, not. I liked it. I liked it, but that's my favorite part about Peacemaker is the characters. So now that it kind of like summed up everyone's story and stuff like that, I was cool with it. Not the best, but I was cool with it. Dr. Mantis Tobagan, don't do that. Don't do that stuff. Ooh, The Pit is great. I watched that earlier this year. Um, Really cool. I like the concept of it being over one shift. Like, was it 8 hours, 10 hours, and each episode's an hour? So cool. I really love The Pit. I think it won some awards, right? So I want to check that out. Or I already checked it out, but I loved how you got to see the toll that that was taking on the doctor. Pretty dope. Pretty cool. Um, let's see. Yeah, next season's coming out early next year. I thought it was January, but it might be February. I'm not sure. Either way, pretty cool that we're getting another season so fast, which is something that people like. I feel like everyone is so fed up with shows, and I understand they take a long time to shoot. These are what 10-hour stories as opposed to movies that are like 2 hours, right? 2 to 3 hours. So there's a lot of content they have to shoot. But we wait, what, 2 to 3 years between seasons? And I feel like momentum just dies when they do that. It's crazy. So very happy that they're coming back. And I think they mentioned, could be wrong, but every year there'll be another season until they're done with it. But if we get another couple years of The Pit every year, that's gonna be great. Chosen Libra 86, hello. Thanks for joining in. And thanks everybody for joining in. I love God, thank you. Are you a fan of The Conjuring? Oh yeah. I started that. I watched the first one when it came out in theaters, and I like James Wan, but I didn't really. I want to say I didn't respect what James Wan was doing in the horror genre at that point because I was very aware. I watched Insidious when that came out, scared the crap out of me. And then what Saw, and he was awesome. But The Conjuring, when that came out, that was like that like elevated everything. Everyone was on board with that. I loved The Conjuring. Conjuring 2 though, I have like more memories of Conjuring 2 because of Valak and how freaking creepy Valak is. I love that. The Nun and Nun 2, not so well, not so good in my opinion. I like the vibes of them, but it's just not that scary. Um, oh, thanks, AC Jackson. Um, yeah, Insidious is crazy. Insidious. Have you seen *Malignant* from James Wan? That is uh, a movie I saw once. And I really dug it, and I want to go back and rewatch it. That's another James Wan movie I want to check out. But The Conjuring, all of them are cool. The new one was okay. The new one was okay. It had elements that I liked, but a lot of it I didn't like. It was just kind of middle of the road for me. I've not seen Regretting You. Regretting You looked good. I wanted to check it out. I just didn't have time, unfortunately. Um, but yeah, yeah, check out *Malignant*. I thought that was a cool one. Avengers, yeah, I went through when Avengers um first came out, like the whole when the MCU started. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. That these movies connected and they were just kind of like changing how I don't know, just movies are done. And as you see, other things are doing like King Kong, Godzilla, and a bunch of other stuff. So that was really cool. And I think the Avengers movies are highlights of the MCU. Maybe not Age of Ultron. I didn't really care for that as much. I don't really care to go back and watch it. But Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame are amazing. I don't know how I feel about Doomsday. Well, I know how I feel about Doomsday. I'm not excited for Doomsday. I'm hoping that going into it by not being excited about it, I'll be blown away by it. That's how I feel. Let's see. Honest opinion on the new Witcher season. Chris Hemsworth is good, but Henry Cavill was natural. I saw a thing. So I watched The Witcher. I'm a huge fan of the games and stuff, and I watched seasons 1 and 2. And before season 3 came out, I think it's when they announced that Henry Cavill was out. They're bringing Liam Hemsworth in, and I was like, do I need to watch season 3 now? Because Henry Cavill was one of the biggest reasons I watched it. Loved Henry Cavill. He's great. So I haven't checked out the new season. If I were to, I need to go back and watch season 3. But I saw a comparison, like a picture side by side. I think it was yesterday because the new season just dropped. And yeah, it's just when you look at both of them together, one is clearly more of a Geralt. So unfortunately, that kind of makes me not want to watch it. Um, but I also feel bad because I like The Witcher and I like that whole world. So maybe I'll check it out. Let's see. I was born in 2011. I was born, and then the Avengers movies came out. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, you were born right at the beginning of that whole thing. I mean, Iron Man was what, '08? Oh, yeah, '08. But you were born right as everything was picking up. How do you feel about the MCU now? That's what I want to know. I think that's the biggest like topic as far as MCU goes in comic book movies right now. Oh yeah, Something About Mary, phenomenal, phenomenal. And also, yes, Henry Cavill, same. Um, yeah, Something About Mary's classic. I love that. I love that humor. It was just so it was like weird, but it was hilarious and it was like crude and it was I don't know, it was awesome. I loved it. I still love it. How do you feel about super serums being someone's origin story rather than characters being born blessed with strength or superhuman abilities? They got to be careful with that the serum stuff because um all right, so you have Steve Rogers, then you have Bucky who has it, and then you have Sam Wilson struggling with if he wants to take it or not. I don't like it necessarily because if you like say Sam Wilson ends up taking it, which is fine, like that's fine. He's Captain America, whatever. But the more people that take it and the more that it's discussed, I feel like it would start to sorry, it would start to take away from like what made Steve Rogers so special. Of like he was chosen because of how good he was. Just be careful with that. I think there's only one person that really should have it, and I think it's Steve Rogers. Because if Sam Wilson doesn't get it, like I feel like he's supposed to embody what Steve Rogers was before the serum. So yeah, probably I guess I'm not a fan of him. I wasn't born when Hulk and I thought the world and Iron Man came out though. Do you like the Incredible Hulk? The one with Edward Norton, the one that came out same time as Iron Man? Because I think that's really underrated. I know a lot of people don't like it. I think it's underrated. I think it's cool. All right. Amelia, have a great day. Thank you so much for stopping by. Oh, I watched Thunderbolts. I watched Thunderbolts. I thought it was great. And Amelia, thank you once again for the sub. Really appreciate that. No, Thunderbolts is like one of the highlights of the MCU recently for me. Um, let's see. So last year, or I guess this year, right? It was Brave New World, Thunderbolts, and then Fantastic Four. Thunderbolts was hands down my favorite. Like, not even close. Not even close. I thought it was great. I thought it just did everything really well. And the fact that what the subject matter was like a really good shakeup and kind of relevant to, it's really like it's an easier time to open up about mental health and all that stuff. So I thought it was a really cool, relevant thing. I like the action in it. I like the characters. I was worried about the characters because I'm like, okay, it's a bunch of B, C, characters that we don't really remember from the MCU or don't care about. And this movie made you care about all of them. And I just think it's a great movie. It's one of the best. I don't know about, I don't know where it would rank in the MCU. I'm like, I want to make a list. I want to make, a tier list a ranking list of all the MCU movies, not the shows because I don't really watch the shows. But that would be dope. That would be sick. I think it'd crack the top 10. I think it'd be maybe top 7. I'm a big fan of it. So, sorry, I went on a little ramble right there. No, I'm not a doctor. Definitely not a doctor. The Hulk was cool. The Hulk was cool. I'd say check out the Hulk because it's like a return to form. Because right now we have Smart Hulk, and we haven't had a good Hulk since Ragnarok, like the Hulk that we all want to see. So that's almost 10 years ago. So go check out Incredible Hulk. And if you're looking to become an actor, do it. Do it. Good luck to you. I hope you make it. That'd be sweet. There you go. You got your first. You got your first hire. Your first job. Oh yeah. So as the stream's going, just to kind of keep the conversation going, we're already talking, but you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna start bringing up the movies that are coming out this year or this month. Sorry. We just talked about Predator Badlands, the Christie movie, which I once again have not even seen a trailer for, so I don't even know if people even know about that one. But the big three for me, well, not the big three, but we have The Running Man, Now You See Me, Now You Don't, and Keeper. Keeper is a horror movie. Now You See Me, Now You Don't is that sequel to the Magician movie, which I have a recap of the first two movies coming out on Tuesday. So keep a lookout for that. And then The Running Man with Glenn Powell. I think it looks cool. Plus, it's by Edgar Wright. Like, that's gonna be great. Let's see. Let's see. Heart transplant. Oh no. Hope everything's okay for you though. Have I met Mickey C? No, I do not. I have not met Mickey C. I've not seen Begotten, so let me look up what that is. Ooh, what is this? God killing himself, Mother Earth. This looks wild. The cover art, the VHS cover art looks creepy. Let's see. That looks wild. This looks like a movie, and I just just skimmed over what it is. I don't really know much about Begotten, but that looks like it's a movie that's gonna be like very like it's gonna click really well with a lot of people, but maybe not everybody. I'll leave it up and I'll take a look more at it later. But that looks interesting. The plot looks pretty interesting. Let's see. Man, I like how you talk about movies. I wish I had time to watch more superhero movies. You rule. Give me your opinion on the movies based on comic book, example Sandman, etc. Oh yeah, no, you're good. Thank you for the comment. Let's see. Um, so with comic book movies and just comic book stuff in general, my opinion on it, and I will even say like, oh yeah, have a great day. Thank you for stopping by. Um, oh, it's metaphorical gore. Okay, yeah. See, it looked like a pretty experimental movie. For comic book movies, my whole thing, and I hate to say this because I am really excited about the DCU, and they have an opportunity to change it for me. I think comic book movies, comic book shows, literally everything is so stale at this point, where I don't think there's a lot to get excited about. So what I'm looking for in comic book movies is even the slightest change in the formula, because I mean, really, when the MCU started taking off and the DCEU took over or not didn't take over, but like started as well, there's a blueprint for these movies. They're so predictable. Every single one. They follow the same blueprint. Why? Because it works. But I'm sick of it. So when a movie changes, when a comic book movie changes what I expect it to do, that's going to be huge points for it for me. I think every single project that comes out has to mean something and set up something without taking away from itself. Does that make sense? So, um, I'm trying to think of an example. Well, Thunderbolts. We just talked about Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts changed the formula of having a villain, but is mostly like a mental health type of deal. The villain was essentially mental health, someone's darkness, and I think that was pretty cool. Um, so something like that. It still kind of followed the same formula, so I am looking for a change up of the formula. And the last thing, actually, no, the biggest thing about comic book movies that I have an issue with today is the lack of repercussions for everything. If someone dies, and I'm looking at you, MCU, mostly. If DC starts this, I'll be pissed too. But if someone dies, they just come back again through some BS way, whether it's the multiverse or whatever. They just find a loophole in it. And I'm sick of it because nothing matters. Like, where is the tension in this? If someone dies, it doesn't matter. They're going to get their own show here in a second, like Loki did. So that's why. That's why. Okay, that's how I feel. Um, I never saw Sandman. I hear it's good. I've never read the comic either. Also heard it's good. Um, so I've never seen The Running Man and I've never read The Running Man, even though Arnold Schwarzenegger, Stephen King, it's like a perfect combination for me. I just never saw it. It was like a little bit before my time and I just never got around to checking it out. So I was gonna read The Running Man before The Running Man came out, but I waited too long. I waited way too long. I'm reading the Dune books right now. I have no chance of reading The Running Man. So I'm just gonna go see The Running Man with Glenn Powell. It looks awesome. It looks fun. It's got a great director and a great cast. I'm in. Now You See Me, Now You Don't. I don't know if there's a lot of hype around it, and it just feels like a sequel that kind of came out of nowhere, if I'm being honest with you. I saw the first one in theaters. I thought it was great. I saw the second one eventually. It just feels like that's a movie that should just stay by itself, right? It's a very self-contained story. There's no need to keep going with that. So I'm very curious on how well Now You See Me, Now You Don't's gonna do. I'm gonna try to check that one out as well. Keeper, the new movie from Osgood Perkins, comes out November 14th. That one I'm very excited about. And another thing I have an issue with movies, if you're new to the channel, is trailers show way too much. When I make a video, like if I make a review video on a movie I just saw, if I get the trailer and I chop it up for B footage, after seeing the movie and I watch the trailer, and now that I know exactly how the movie plays out, the trailer is essentially the movie. That's just what it is. Like, it doesn't make sense when you watch the trailer, but the trailer is essentially the movie. Almost every time. Keeper, the new movie Keeper has done a great job, which it might end up being the same thing where it tells you the whole story, but it's so well done where I couldn't even begin to piece together what I'm watching. Like, the context of the trailer for Keeper makes no sense, and I love that. So I'm very excited for Keeper. That one kind of came out of nowhere for me because at first the most anticipated movie of um uh sorry, the most anticipated movie of November for me was Wicked for Good. Keeper came out of nowhere, and now that's my most anticipated. It looks phenomenal. Since yesterday was Halloween, I yelled to my wife, "Oh my God, it's a werewolf!" And when she turned, I showed her my full moon. Just for kids, what's up? That had to have been. I didn't look at the name first. I looked at the comments. Completely you. Completely you. How you doing? Speaking of Halloween, how was your Halloween? How was everyone's Halloween? Did you do anything fun? Any cool stories? Ivy and Lucky, thank you for the sub. Yeah. I didn't do anything. I didn't do a damn thing for Halloween. We were gonna pass out candy, and we were waiting for like an hour, and we got like three like doorbell rings. It was crazy. Where the year before and the year before that, we got a ton. So I don't even know. I don't know. And it was on a Friday night. Like, I was talking to my wife, how is that even possible? How are you going to have the opportunity to have Halloween on a Friday night and not be the streets should have been filled. Don't know what's going on. I don't know if anyone else had that same situation or experience, but over where I'm at, there was no one. Kind of sad, honestly. I love doing that. when I was younger. Another movie that comes out this year or this month is Eternity with Elizabeth Olsen, Miles Teller, and Callum Turner, where she had two marriages in her life. She dies and her husbands are dead, and then they meet in the afterlife, and it's like, who do you go with? Which I think is a pretty cool concept. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's going to be like a romantic comedy or if it's going to be more drama, but I think it's a cool concept. Let's see. I wore a Wednesday shirt to give out candy. Some people said, I love Wednesday. I could say, well, I was going to wear my Friday shirt, but I skipped laundry day. That's a good one. I mean, you were going to get comments on that no matter what, because everybody does love Wednesday. So they're setting themselves up for it. Let's see. And then James, no, I'm not a doctor. Not a doctor. Let's see. Someone asked me that earlier. Oh, is it because of this stuff? Because of the anatomy things? No, that's my wife's decorations. They're pretty cool though. I like them. Well, so this is the office. This is like where we have the extra monitor. I have to come in here to do the live streams just because of how it's all set up, because my computer, the laptop, it's crapping out. So I'm gonna get a new one today. So next week on the live stream, I'll be back in the studio. So it'll be a little bit different, but I always liked this background. I thought it was sweet. A Doctor Who? I've never seen Doctor Who. I never really felt the urge to check it out. I know a lot of people like it though. So, but it's never been a thing that I've wanted to check out. Yeah, and then Wicked for Good. I love the first one. I'll be checking that out. And then, has anyone seen Sisu, the first Sisu? Because the second one comes out this month. There are so many. I had no idea. In the thumbnail, what did I put? I put Wicked, Running Man, and Predator. But now as I'm going through the list, there's a ton. There's a ton. Sisu Road for Revenge looks sweet. I never saw the first one. I heard it was great, so I'm going to check that out as well. You were more of a doctor what? What? Just for kicks? Hit me with the joke. Let's see. Oh, and then Zootopia 2. So if anyone has kids, Zootopia 2 comes out this month, which I'm sure you already know. Do you need a foot massage? I think everybody could use a foot massage. Oh. When he asked you if you were a doctor. Got it. So something I want to try on this channel, I'm not quite sure yet what I want to do with it, is I was thinking of doing an extra live stream. I don't know the consistency or what it would be, probably realistically once a month. Maybe like a movie watch along. Once again, just kicking this idea out there. I'm not quite sure where we would all just for kicks, me too. Absolutely. My handwriting is awful and it's never going to get better. And you got to learn to live with it. But we would like pick like, I guess something on Netflix, since that's like the most widely known or used streaming service, and we could like watch it together and discuss it. I don't know, just kicking that around. Seems like a fun time. But let's see. Yeah, so those are the movies coming out this November. I'm gonna rank them real fast because why not, right? So Keeper's number 1, Wicked's number 2, Running Man's number 3, Predator number 4, and then after that, like all 4 of those I want to see really bad. After that, whatever, maybe Sisu, Now You See Me, Now You Don't, and Zootopia 2 probably at the bottom. I don't know if I'll see Zootopia 2, to be honest with you. I'm just not feeling it. I like the first one, but I'm just not really feeling it. People is what I call the people in the basement. Halo. I've never seen Halo. Crazy that like IP, like that property was a show, and then it just never kind of took off as a show, right? It's 2 seasons, 2 or 3 seasons. Um, do you recommend it? I only know one other person that watched it that liked it. So Nolan, happy Halloween, happy belated Halloween. It's crazy. So if you've been following my channel, I was doing like nonstop like horror movie stuff because I love horror movies and tis the season. So now that I'm like shifting back into like just the normal stuff. Now we have like normal stuff coming out, right? It was like a weird shift where like in my head I'm like just horror, horror, horror. Now back to the normal stuff, which I'll still be doing horror, probably more so than before because I really enjoyed it. But kind of a weird transition back. Yeah. Halo is great. Okay. It's on Netflix now, right? I know it started on Paramount, but I don't have Paramount. So oh, did anyone see the Scream trailer or Stranger Things trailer? What'd y'all think about that? It's only two. They lost the funding for the third season, but it's good, especially if you like the game. I didn't grow up with Halo. The game I played at my friend's house, but I was always like a PlayStation guy or a Nintendo guy, so I missed out on all that. I respect it. I think it's cool. I played them. I played almost all of them eventually, but I think they're okay. They're fun. There's a new one coming out. It's like the first game's campaign remastered, so that looks really good. I might end up getting it. We'll check it out. Oh, that was like so. Once again, I didn't have Halo, right? But I got like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 on the PS3. So it was like a generation right after that. But like Halo started the chat, and what a world to live in during that chat. Crazy, crazy. Jenna Ortega loves Gavin. Is that true? I don't know. Nolan, what's going on? ONG Procs chat was so funny for us comedians. I bet. I bet. I had a dream. Speaking of comedians, I had a dream last night. I've not been sleeping good at all, but I had a dream last night where I was walking and for whatever reason, I felt like I was starting to stand up, and in my head I was like, oh yeah, this thing has been scheduled for so long, but this is the first I'm hearing about it, and I panicked, and then I eventually woke up. But like that made me remember. I'm having weird dreams lately. Too much candy. I get that joke. I bought a king size bed because I had a dream. That's good. That is good. Let me see if any news dropped. Oh, Tron, an update on Tron Ares. Yikes. So the budget was reportedly 180 million, and it's got a global box office of 125 now. That's bad, bad, bad. That's crazy. Not a good movie, so I mean, that's what happens. I told people to not watch it. Oh, I didn't say don't go watch it, right? I just said I didn't like it. And I liked the other ones too. Like the Tron Legacy was great. Let's see. Oh yeah, The Witcher 5, season 5. Season 5 of The Witcher is going to be the last one, I believe. Oh, has anyone watched episode 2 of Welcome to Derry? I've not watched it yet. I'm going to watch it, I think tomorrow is how it's going to play out, but I can't wait to get back into that world. The first episode was great. Fantastic. And I love how they threw us that curveball. That's all I'll say if you haven't seen this show yet, but great. Also, did you hear about, I don't remember if I talked to you all about this before, but they're already shooting the La Llorona sequel, The Curse of La Llorona from the Conjuring franchise. They're already doing a sequel to that right now, which is crazy. Like that's the least profitable movie of the franchise. They're gonna go and make a sequel to that. Hey, you do you. Maybe they got a good idea, but I don't know. I feel like they could have done something else or focus on a whole different monster ghost thing. That's what I would have done. And then I just saw now that one of the stars of the upcoming Supergirl movie reveals that the DCU movie, so Supergirl, is going to address Superman's controversial retcon. And I'm assuming that has to do with his parents. So that's cool. I'm cool with them being what they were in the movie, but I hope that they give us a good reason. Just give us some clarity of like why they are the way that they are. Then I'd be fine with it. I'd be more fine with it than I am now. Ooh, Dungeon Diamond, great question. Do you think we'll see remakes like Jeepers Creepers or even Nightmare on Elm Street? Jeepers Creepers, I'm not sure of because I don't know. There's a lot of like legal stuff. Well, I guess I don't know too much about it, but I know that the creator, there's a bunch of legal stuff. Bad dude, very bad dude. With the franchise itself, I don't know who owns it. I don't know if I don't know if he owns it. I don't know what would happen with that. That'd be cool though. Jeepers Creepers. I actually remember the first time I watched it. I think it was in 5th grade, and I was sick. And me and my dad, he rented it for us, and we watched it, and that was a scary movie at that age. Like they did that. That's a great movie. It's a fantastic movie. So I hope so. I think it'd be really dope. Nightmare on Elm Street, they already did the remake, right? It wasn't that well received. It is inevitable. And I think it's more. So, one thing I really like about Freddy, not more than other slashers, but the thing that I like about Freddy is that he has so much personality and he can talk and do all this other stuff, right? That's Robert Englund, and it's hard to replace him. And I feel like even if they wanted to go back, because this is a franchise that people love, and even if they have the great idea and great director and everything, writing, everything's down to it, but it's gonna be someone else other than him, I feel like people are gonna have a bad taste in their mouth. Having said that, it is inevitable. That's such a big property, it's such a big, character. Like, of course it's coming back. As far as when, that I don't know, because the last one I think was 2010, 2011, something like that. So it's been a long time. I feel like we would have heard something by now, but I hope so. I did a video last week on the channel talking about horror remakes. I think there's always room for improvement. Will it be better than the other one? I don't know because of nostalgia and a bunch of other things, but I think it's worth a shot. I dated a paraplegic once. I had to break up with her because I heard her praying for one night stand. A stand up. It's scary and exhilarating, like deciding not to wear rubber. Oh my god. Maybe the weirdo Weinstein owns it. Oh, that's right. Kevin Smith got Dogma back. I've never seen Dogma, but I know the legend of it. I know that everyone likes it. That's a movie I got to check out, and I respect Kevin James massively. So that's one I want to check out too. I'm glad he got that back because that's one of his first movies, I think, right? Like that one just meant a lot to him. Freddie would be a great candidate for skincare medication. Absolutely. Imagine those commercials. Imagine those commercials. That'd be great. I actually just watched, as far as Freddy Krueger goes, I tried to watch Nightmare on Elm Street 3 for the first time. The Dream Warriors, couldn't get into it. I don't know what it is. I just could not do it. I didn't like it. I rewatched Freddy versus Jason, though. That movie is all over the place in the best ways. It's a terrible movie. From start to finish, it's a terrible movie. Freddy is wild in that. Freddy is unhinged. And I like the plot of it, how he uses Jason to get people to remember him. That was cool. I wish we got more of that. I wish we got another Freddy versus Jason. Angel Rivera, hello. Thanks for stopping by. We're just talking about movies in general. Talking about Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy, then Freddy versus Jason. Yeah, how much? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna look up, see how much it made. Because I believe Warner Brothers doesn't own. Oh, freaking no. Well, New Line Cinema, right? Okay, so the film grossed 116 million, making it the highest grossing film in both franchises. Oh, and that's Robert Englund's last performance as Freddy. That's wild. Yeah, so I wish we got more of them. Maybe one day. I don't know. Or the Jason Year 3000. Is that the Jason X? So Jason X came out at a time when I really started to get into slashers. So when that came out and I saw the trailer for that, I thought that was gonna be the coolest thing ever. I watched it. Also thought it was the coolest thing ever. Watched it again years later, realized how wrong I was. I just think it's funny when you really break it down. But there's Leprechaun in space. There's Jason X. Does Pinhead go to space? I feel like Pinhead would go to space. Maybe that's where Chucky's headed next. We'll see. We shall see. This Halloween, I got like such a big like a revitalized love for the Child's Play franchise. That's a consistently good franchise. I think that and Scream are the most consistent. Having said that, there is like Seed of Chucky. I don't think is that great of a movie. There are like fumbles in that, but I think overall, looking at that, I think it's got really good track record. Jason in the Hood. That's it. That's what we need. That's what I want to see. Good lord, the things you could do with that is insane. Also, I'm not a big Jason fan. I'm not a big Friday the 13th fan. I need to. I need to check more out just so I can. I only seen like 3 or 4 of them, but they just never really clicked with me other than the reboot. So I need to check those out too. You laughed at Chucky as a kid? Chucky scared me so bad as a kid. God, for the longest time, that dude freaked me out. But I get it. I, his voice, like that's my favorite part about Chucky is the stuff that he says and how it's portrayed from Brad Dourif knocks it out of the park every time. Let's see. So okay, so we're talking about Freddy versus Jason. Who would you want to see? So not those two. They're off the table because we already got that. Who are 2 horror icons that you want to see, like, go at it in a movie? Don't mind the plot. Doesn't matter. Who would you think would be the most interesting to see go at it? And tell me why one of them is Leprechaun. Just kidding. Let's see. Let's see what else is going on. So I'm wondering, so there's rumors now going on that the DCU show Lanterns is being pushed farther into 2026. Kind of a bummer, because I thought we were getting that early 2026, then we're getting Supergirl and then Clayface, which Clayface just wrapped today. It was today or yesterday. So that movie's done shooting. We got to edit the hell out of that thing. But I'm kind of bummed because now after Peacemaker ended in September, right? September, October. It was October. And now we're going to have like 6 months of nothing, which is fine. As long as it's good. As long as it's good, I guess I don't mind waiting. So we'll see. That's kind of a bummer because I am looking forward to Lanterns. Let's see. Off my house, I'm checking again. Leprechauns aren't scary. They're rainbow warriors. How is that not a name? They should have played. Leprechaun is such a funny movie franchise. How did it not play off of the different titles? Dream Warriors, Rainbow Warriors. That'd be sick. Diddy versus Seth Rogen. Let's go. I said don't worry about the plot, but I need the plot for that. That would be crazy. Let's see. Seth Rogen versus Diddy. Is this pre or post jail Diddy? Oh, I don't know if anyone cares. I was listening to a podcast earlier, and it was a horror podcast, and they were talking about they were going through, they were ranking all the Halloween movies. They released it on Halloween, of course, and they got to the Rob Zombie movies, the 1 and 2, and what they did, or I guess there's a video out there which I found. It's on YouTube, and someone cut together both movies into one. It's like I think it's like 2 hours on YouTube, but they cut them together to like form like an ultimate, cut. And apparently they take out a lot of the stuff that people have issues with, like when Michael was a kid and all that dialogue and all that stuff they were saying back there, which is a little much. But they cut it into one movie, so I'm gonna check that out. So if you are interested in that, if you didn't really care for them or you do like them, that's out there. And I'm wondering if it's good. They said it was good on the podcast, so I'll check it out. With the guy not signing a prenup, did we get the? No, what we do is we'd get that movie, We get to see what happens during the aftermath of the marriage, and then we get the prequel before that, just to make the original that much scarier of everything that person had. That's how you do it. That's based on a true story, though. That'd be a funny trailer. That would be a funny trailer. I'd like that. Let's see. They're most likely going to make a scary movie called Surviving Diddy's Dungeon. Ooh, starring Diddy and Millie Bobby Brown with special cameo Justin Bieber. Yeah. Among where's Ashton Kutcher in that? Is he like upstairs making a sandwich? Let's see. Oh. So I guess Arnold Schwarzenegger has seen The Running Man, the new one. He says it's incredible. Arnold just seems so chill. He's probably like, yeah, it's cool. Uh-oh. Come on, computer. There you go. All right. We're afraid of Hillary. At the end of it, at the end of the Diddy movie, she'll step out of the shadows. That's how it'll work. Like Illuminati type stuff. That really set the tone. Set off a cinematic universe. Let's see. So what's coming to the channel? Oh, exciting news, kind of. I might be rebranding the channel a little bit, so it might not be called GM Studios anymore. I might change things up a little bit more, make it more personal, personable. So we'll see what happens with that. But that might be coming. Still gonna be me. Don't you worry about a thing. Okay, Dungeon. Was that the first time you watched it? Gimme Liberty. What's going on? Thank you for joining. Was that the first time you watched it? Because that is a good movie. But that's a movie that I feel all the time you either love it or you hate it. Like, it does not click with you. I love it. I own it. I love that movie. You got diarrhea? You got to go fix that. Fix that ASAP. Let's see. Gonzo Price. Let's see. They're making a Heat too. I've never seen Heat. It's with Al Pacino. Yeah, I've never seen Heat before. But apparently they're making a sequel. I forgot who's in it, but I saw an article about that pretty recently. And I think it's supposed to, don't quote me on this, but I think it's supposed to be a sequel and a prequel at the same time. So I don't know how that's going to work because I've never seen it. But that is a classic, I know, and that's something I've not seen. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. So just for kicks, I was thinking, so I forgot how this happened, but someone called me Gavinator once, right? And even past that, people that didn't know about that used to call me Gavinator, because my name is Gavin, right? So I was thinking of playing like something with that, like the Terminator style type of deal. That's something I'm kind of kicking around, but I do agree with you. If I'm going to do something, kind of go that route and make it really good for the future. Mo, why don't you tell us about that? I've not seen From. I've heard nothing but great things about From. Because what's it? What do you watch it on? Because that is a show I want to check out, but I thought it was on like AMC Plus or something, and I don't have that. MGM Plus? Yeah, I don't have that. I do want to check out Heat. Not Heat. Well, I do want to check out Heat, but From also. Nyquils do make you fall asleep. Prequels are good, sequels too. But Nyquils just make me fall asleep. So it's funny. It's OR. It's OR at the end of it. I didn't my yeah. I always thought it was ER, and I like see that's how you spelled it. That's how I usually spell it, but it is OR. But there's something, words, when you write out words sometimes or you type them out and you're looking at it, even though you've seen it literally thousands of times in your life, and you're sitting there like, that doesn't look right. That's the situation with Gavinator or Terminator. I always thought it was ER. Even though I've seen it 1,000 times, and I know in my mind it's OR. Doesn't look right. ER looks better. Gavin with Gavin. I like it. Gavin with Gavin. But yeah, that's coming soon. I'll probably do a community post before it happens, just because the picture would change, the name would change, all that stuff would change. Not like it's a big deal, right? I'm not the biggest YouTuber or anything, so, but just want to let you all know that that's coming. Just gotta settle on something. So, oh, there's another show. I don't think it's that related to but it's one that I want to check out called Penny Dreadful. I remember it was on Netflix for the longest time, and I just never watched it. I didn't know what it was. After looking up what it was, that show looks cool. Has anyone seen Penny Dreadful? That's coming soon is my favorite pickup line. Let me know how that works out for you. What's everyone doing today? Gonna watch anything or go do anything? Anything fun? We got daylight savings tonight, so don't forget about that, y'all. I feel like on daylight savings, there should be. No, I guess people would. No, screw that. People should have like leeway the next day at work, or anything that they're doing like that, right? Oh, you were late. I get it. Or what you know what I'm saying? Like, I think people would milk it, and why not? But that should be a thing. No, the girl's like, go for it, I can't pick them. You gotta try. You gotta try it. Turtles. I like turtles. I saw someone did that for Halloween. They were the kid. Grown man, but he did the face paint of the I like turtles guy. Good. Didn't you have something coming up just for kicks? Comedy wise, you had like a show? There was something. There was something you were doing. Off topic? Absolutely. Everything we do is off topic. Turtles! Where are the turtles? Have you seen the Hank of the Hill? Oh my god, yes I have. I'm okay, Dad. I love that. Every time I watch it, I crack up. Like, from start to finish, it's the most random thing you could possibly think of, and I love it. It's amazing. If anyone hasn't seen that, the Hank Hill Pokemon sketch, look it up. When he collects turtle stuff, which is great for me in the winter because I have a turtle. Need to watch Turtle. The turtles. Oh. I don't think this is the movie you're talking about. I'm gonna be real with you right now. I'll watch Ninja Turtles. And the final steps of a Roku deal. Fingers crossed. Yeah, good luck. Let us know when that happens. Because that's going to be sweet. Yeah, Ninja Turtles. I like that last one. That last Ninja Turtles movie, the Mutant Mayhem. Fire. Loved it. They did a great job with that. I can't wait for the next one. I love turtles or anything with a strong neck. Shredder was trash in the new one? He wasn't even in the new one, was he? Just at the very end. The animation in Mutant Mayhem, I didn't think I was gonna like. Loved it. Oh, Shredder in general? Yeah. So who's your favorite in Ninja Turtles? Or like who would you want to see them go up against? Because they have a new, like a holiday special coming out soon. The Pizza Man. Alright. Alright. Ninja Turtles are like timeless, right? Everyone grew up with them to some capacity. I think that's so sick. Come on, how did the foot can always find the turtles? Couldn't be the rat. How the foot always find the turtles? Couldn't be the rat. Master Splinter, sir. Let's see how. You know what's a show I need to finish? And it's because of that freaking gap. It's that gap that they give us is You, season 5. Never watched it. Kind of fell out of it and then never got to it. I even made a recap for the whole damn show up until season 5, and then I just never watched it. Turtles picture, yeah. And it's the same one I was looking at. Oh, I loved You. Like seasons 1 through 3. 4 was not good. And I think like the gap and then season 4, just me not liking it. Yeah. But I stand behind seasons 1 through 3 were cool. I enjoyed it. What about Stranger Things? How's everyone feeling about that? Did you see the new trailer? That was good. Oh, I bet. The new Dexter in general, the first show was great. I liked the first show a lot. Ending was, it started to lose steam even before that final, ending. But overall, Dexter's sweet. I hope Dexter just stays around for as long as possible, as long as they have good stories. I know I haven't seen the new one yet, but I know David Dastmalchian's in it, and he's awesome. They come with their own soup bowl. Yeah, you're not wrong with that one. Samina, how's it going? No, I mean, as long as there's a time jump, which the hard part about season 5 going for the like them growing up and being old now, there has to be a time jump. But the issue with that is at the end of season 4, like Hawkins is getting split in half. Does it just get split in half and then nothing happens for years? I don't know. It's a great show, so I'm looking forward to it. Shout out Hyatt. Hyatt, what's up? Stranger Things sounds like my group chat. Along with a lot of people's group chats, I promise you that. I can be a turtle mod. Can I be a turtle mod? Turtles are friends, not food. Is he new? No, we're good. Okay. The smiley face after that. Take estrogen. What is happening? You're much more ratchet. What is going on? Okay. Every weekend, I get the weirdest stuff. I promise. Like honestly, I just watch the chat and the random stuff that pops up. Yeah, no kidding. What? Yeah, all the entertainment's right here. Holy crap. Yeah, he's having a stroke. Someone check in on him. So let's see, next week. Next week's busy, y'all. I have the recap of How You See or Now You See Me, Now You See Me 2 coming out Tuesday, and then Predator review and Frankenstein. Frankenstein comes out next weekend on Netflix, so I will be all over that. I cannot wait to see that one. So I'll have 2 reviews coming out next week. Yeah, he's being weird. You can be a strong turtle, is what dread when I'm in my neighbor's tree watching them eat. Oh man. Why? Like that image is terrifying. You're just eating dinner. You look outside and you see a guy in your tree watching you eat with his pet turtle. All right, y'all. Probably gonna head out here soon. Got work. You know how that is. Turtle Master, you can be whatever you want to be. I got to, but I'll be here next weekend. Oh shit. Give me Liberty, thank you. You're a real one. Thank you so much. Was not expecting that. Thank you. Man, you're always hyping up my videos and this is great. Thank you so much. What else can I do? Can I like, love? What else can I do? I'm not going to put you in timeout, even though it gives me that option. Just for kicks, that was a good one. I'm going to make like a turtle and head out. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, everybody, I was going to potentially start a watch along type deal. Like we'll pick a movie and then we can do a live stream and we'll just like throw it up and then we can chat and talk about it. I'll come up with more details later on, but that's something I think would be a lot of fun for everybody and fun for me too. So, give me Liberty. Thank you so much. That really made my morning. And thanks for everyone for stopping by and talking. There was some wild stuff in the chat. I was not expecting. Even at the beginning, if you scroll up, I'm like, hey, that's not good. You can't be doing that. You cannot be doing that. But let's see. Someone call Ice. There's an alien. I see 2,000 high. I did. I'm actually about to sign off here shortly, but honestly, how do we sum this up, everybody? We were talking about movies and then turtles. Someone on here was having a little bit of a stroke, is what we called it. Just a little bit up the chat. Yeah, just really whatever. Just the stuff that's coming to the channel soon. Just movies in general, though. That's about it. But sure, easy. You better call someone for that if you're having a stroke right now. Oh, that's a good sign off. I'm the Gavinator. I'll be back. Like that's the one that I want to use when I rebrand the channel. That's the one I really want to use. It just I've been called that like in passing from like people I know, but oh man, that was a good setup. And the chat keeps going. Just for kicks, I'm sure you have something for that. but can I help you, sir? Kalamata? I don't think I need help, but sure, if you're offering. Treasy, have a good day. So if you get this Roku deal, are you gonna be like how raunchy can you get? Are you gonna do you have like full reign on everything, or do you have to like are there guidelines, or do you not know that quite yet? Well, if you're practicing for work at Wendy's, you did great. I see. I would assume that you would have probably limitations, right? But I don't know. I don't know how Roku works, especially if it's like a Roku, you know, funded thing. So I don't know, but can't wait to see it. I hope you get it, man. I really do. How much would you like to tip today, sir? And that's when they say, you haven't even taken my order. And that's when you repeat, how much would you like to tip today, sir? That's how you do it. Just for kicks, you too. All right, everybody, just so it's not like a sudden break, because we got a few more people in here, I'm going to sign off here in about 3 minutes. Because I got work today. But if you're new here and you're watching, I'm here every Saturday morning. The channel is all about movies, TV, all that good stuff. But we do these live streams every Saturday. It's a lot of fun. As you can see with the chat, once again, it gets wild. It gets weird. I was just talking about the movies coming out in November, and it turns into this. So if everyone's new here, make sure you sub, like, all that good stuff. Of course, it really helps the channel out. And hopefully you're here next week, because we have a lot of stuff to talk about pretty much every week. 3 minutes is long. Well, that's what I'm trying to convince my wife of. No, don't you let her say anything different. That's long. That's a very long time. Kalamata 480. Do you still go to the cinemas? Yeah, I go. I have the Regal pass. It's like an unlimited. You can go as many times as you want for $25, $26, like right around there. 20, like that much per month. You get to go to the movies as much as you want. So if I didn't have that, I wouldn't have this channel at all. Because there's no way you could afford to go to the movies every week. That'd be insane. So once you see like 2 movies roughly, though, it pays for itself. Do you drink soda? Not really. It's pretty rare that I get soda, honestly. Yeah, look into it if you want to go to the movies more. I think it's a great deal. Then you get like 10% off concessions. I don't really get concessions. What I do, though, is what happens is if you get tickets and everything you do on the app, you still get points. So every so often you get a free like big popcorn. So I just usually get that. You're not American. Damn. So I wonder, so you don't have Regal where you're from? Where are you from? Oh, Australia. I want to go to Australia. Damn. What's this? Oh, just for kicks, you signed up for a membership. Thank you. Thank you very much. You're great. Thank you. Australia, I want to go to Australia. That sucks that it's not that good. And Movie Pass, absolutely. That was a good time. That was a good summer while it lasted. Can I do a backflip? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'd crack my neck. Anyone that knows me knows exactly what I'm talking about. Ronald Reagan and James Dean and myself, Joe Mann, worked at CBS Columbia Square, Hollywood, California. Oh, yeah? Moonboy91, I can do a lot. I cannot do a backflip. Absolutely not. Leave us on a cliffhanger? Shit. Yeah, I'll leave you on a cliffhanger. What could it be? Shit. I don't know. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it on the spot. I always talk about when you're on the spot speaking on the live stream, it's harder to, come up with the answers. But 0 out of 10 backflips on this channel, but an honest host with passion for the stuff he talks about. Thank you. Thank you, Moonboy. Ooh, that's a good one. When I come back, I'll reveal my gender. I'll reveal what I identify as. Is it a basketball, B, a mouse, or C? I don't know. But all will be revealed next week. Did he really? Did James Dean really do that? As a meatball. See, you get it. You get it. All right, everybody. I'm gonna go. Got work today, but just for kicks, weren't you already subbed before? Either way, thank you, and thank you for Just for Liberty for the donation. That's awesome. Really appreciate it. Give me liberty. And thank you for everybody else. I can't even talk. I was reading your comment as they said everybody else. It's a goof. Everybody else. Thank you everybody for watching. We'll be back next Saturday. I got Joe Man. God bless yourself as well. I got some videos coming out next week. Keep a lookout, and also keep a lookout for the rebrand of the channel. I'm hoping to get that done next week and really decide on something, but you will see very soon. But everybody have a great day. Have a great weekend. I'm Patricia. All right, everybody have a great weekend. Thank you for stopping by, and I'll catch you next time.